Alrighty, so I want to give you a super basic training this morning about warming up with your potential client. When I first started in the industry, I wasn't really even sure how to small talk with somebody. I worked as a paramedic. My job wasn't to get to know you. It was to get you to the hospital. And then I ended up in a sales situation. And a sales situation where I needed to be in control, but I needed to get the person to like me, trust me, and have some common human connection so we could do business together. So warming up with somebody is crucial in that process. I'll also say one of the common misunderstandings when it comes to warming up is something I heard from an agent once in the business. They said to me, I like to warm up throughout the course of the presentation. And I thought to myself, well, of course you will continue to build rapport throughout the presentation, but you can't warm up the moment before I ask for your social security number. You can't warm up with me as I'm asking for your banking information. We already have to be warmed up well before we get to that part of the process. So when you're warming up with somebody, it's also important that you ask relevant questions. Ask it about the Mook house on the wall or their kindergarten graduation certificate from 1932. That's not going to get you anywhere. It might be conversation, but it isn't useful information. Let's put it that way. So let's keep it simple, like I said already, and talk about the fort analogy. Family, occupation, recreation, and transition into step 2 of the presentation. When you're asking about family, you're not just shooting blindly and asking, how many grandkids do you have? 35? Well, that's incredible. You need to find out useful information about family. Are they local? Are they long distance? Are they going to be the beneficiary? Did they come over daily? Do they live with them? Something useful about the family. Say they don't talk to their family very often, but later on in the presentation, they say they want to talk to their family. See, they're just giving you a smokescreen at that point because you've recognized they don't talk to their family that often. Second, occupation. Occupation is important because if you understand what somebody has done in life, you can speak their language. You can talk about fixing cars or cleaning hotel rooms or whatever it is. You can understand what they did and what they understand when you're giving examples. Recreation. Do they like to have fun? Do they like to travel? Do they spend a lot of money going on cruises? Can you get them to laugh or lower their guard in the recreation part of the warm-up phase? Essentially, a warm-up needs to be a tactical warm-up. You need to be asking information that you could use later, learn about them, and take this presentation from start to finish. A warm-up should also feel like an interview process. You should imagine that you're sitting side by side, you're the reporter, they're the person, and you're wanting to learn information about this story. If you don't keep control in the warm-up, you're not going to keep control throughout the course of the presentation. So keep it simple, keep the fort analogy in place, and keep telling yourself the questions I ask need to be questions that reveal information that is useful to my presentation. Thanks for watching.